Hey, everybody. Welcome back to PRN. This is podcast number 2 here with Randall.
Guys,
Hoping to get in here quicker with these, but man, it's been a crazy few months, man, with Christmas and SHOT Show and getting sick for basically a month. And then, so
SHOT Show plague.
yeah, we had a great time at SHOT Show. Thank you, Frankfurt Arsenal. That was awesome. Check out our sites. Check out BragginRights Precision Reloading and Reloading Journey for some of the videos we posted from SHOT Show. Looks like we got some people jumping in already. Hey, Chris, Jeff, you want to go ahead and take over? Randall, I forgot your name there for a second. Man, I'm getting old. Kind of tell them what we're going to be looking for, and then we'll go ahead and bring Brian on here in a second.
Yeah, hey guys. So welcome to our second podcast. So number 2 of many. Like I say, we had one that had to reschedule. Masterpiece Arms, we'll have them on later. Tonight we have a great guest, which is Brian Steere from LockDown Products. They carry some of the best products out there, period, for all your panels, for getting your, whether it's reloading areas, even your tool areas, but especially your gun safe areas and gun rooms, all organized. Their panel systems are great. So we're going to have Brian on here to talk to us about all of that and do a few great giveaways. So let's get to the man of the hour.
All right, here we go. There he is. Welcome, Brian.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
All right, man. So give us some insight on yourself and the company and.
Sure. So I have been the brand manager for LockDown for a little over 2 years now. My background is in competitive shooting, so I don't do a lot of hunting, do some hunting here and there, but my focus for the past 15 years or so has been competitive shooting. So I was the IDPA match director for 10 years. Before I had kids, I was traveling all over the country shooting that and USPSA and 3-gun.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep. So that's really where my reloading journey started. I was trying to afford to be able to do that. So I actually started with a Dillon 6, or actually really started with a Lee turret. That lasted about 3 months, I think. And then wasn't quite quick enough for what I needed to do. So
a lot of it started out with Lee.
Yep. So and then went on to a Dillon 650 and put, I don't know, probably 100,000 rounds through that thing, mostly 9mm. And now I actually reload on a X10. So yeah.
Awesome. What kind of guns did you compete with?
So it's funny you mentioned Masterpiece Arms. Bobby Keegan works for them. He builds a lot of the rifles and stuff for them and the pistols. And he actually built my 2011. So he was the builder for Freedom Gunworks back then. And so I've got a custom 2011 from him that he built. Yep.
This is an Atlas Athena. This is mine and my son's. We shoot PSA, Steel Challenge, IDPA, and
Yep. So yeah, once you shoot a 2011, it's hard to go back. But
I came from a Glock 34.
Right, I came from XDM, so
it's like going from a sturdy Toyota that's going to last to a freaking Bugatti.
Right. Yeah.
Two different worlds. But I still got guys with Glock 34s and Glock 19s kicking my ass. So
yep, me too.
The gun doesn't make the shooter. It helps, but it doesn't make it.
For sure. Yeah. I figure if I'm not going to shoot good, I might as well have a gun that looks good doing it. So
exactly. You can't blame the gun now. You just go, oh man, this gun sucks. Now it's like, oh man, that suck.
Yeah. Yep. So that's kind of some background on me. Background on LockDown, we've been doing safe accessories for about 13 years. So you've seen our products, at Bass Pro, Cabela's, Shields, Academy for a long time. So you might have a LockDown product like a hygrometer or a goldenrod or something that you didn't even know was ours. But yeah, so we've been doing that stuff for a long time. And then Randall kind of mentioned the panel system that we launched at SHOT Show a couple years ago. We featured it last year, and then we launched a bunch of new products to support the lineup this year at SHOT. So, so that's what you see behind me. I'm in our corporate office, so I just have a bunch of blue guns up on the wall. But at home, we have real guns, and then behind the reloading bench and the gun cleaning bench, and then I'd like to put some in the garage this year too. So it's pretty universal.
Very cool. Very cool. So what's your best selling product?
Our best selling product is actually before I took over as brand manager, I was the product designer for LockDown and some of the other brands. And so I designed the In Plain Sight shelf.
I was going to say, let me guess, it's one that you designed.
It is, yeah, it is, yeah. So it's called the In Plain Sight shelf. It's about a 2-foot long shelf that has a hidden magnetic latch, and when you put the magnet in the right place, it drops down. It has 2 handguns there, or you can fit, like a really short, SBR or something like that in there too. But so that's definitely our top selling product for LockDown. It sells extremely well on Amazon, and then Academy carries it, and a couple other retailers carry it.
We bought this house about 5.5 years ago, and it's got a walk-in gun vault, and look at there.
That's it. Yeah,
right there, huh?
Yeah.
When we first moved in, I bought one of the golden rods and one of just the manual hygrometers, and it's been plugged in solid for 5.5 years and still going.
Yeah, the goldenrod's a huge seller for it. I think because we have so many different sizes, I think if you took all the sizes and combined them into one product, it's definitely one of our top sellers.
Right.
But it's made in the USA, which is awesome. It has a lifetime warranty on it. So, it looks like in the comments, Chris had asked if it's a storage system. So yeah, this storage system behind me is one of our new products called Secure Wall. So, and we'll go into detail on it. I guess we can segue into that now. It's probably a good segue, huh?
Jump on in. Let's see what you got here.
So this is our website. It's just lockdown.com. These are all the Secure Wall specific products. So a lot of people, when they see a gun wall, they think, it's some dream man cave that they can never afford. So our goal with Secure Wall was to make it so that everybody could afford to build their own vault room. And if you don't have a vault room, it's really great storage for a garage or behind a reloading bench or a workbench or anything like that as well. So we've got standard and heavy duty panels. The only difference is the thickness and the gauge of the metal. So the standard panels hold 100 pounds and the heavy duties hold 200 pounds. But you can see the 32 by 24, they're $55, and that's, full MSRP retail. So, and then the heavy duty panels are just $15 more. So,
what's the heavy duty panels rated at?
They hold 200 pounds per panel. So it's, we found that, most people, it's really hard to get 100 pounds on one panel. Really, the only way to do it is to stack a bunch of ammo on it, or maybe if you have some PRS style guns that, weigh 20, 30 pounds a piece, you could hang those on there and get pretty close. But, unless you have a room that looks like this, then, the standard duty is probably fine for you. So, but we've got a lot of smaller ones, that look similar to this. So, the standard duty is just fine for that type of stuff. So,
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, even for the reloading end of it, like I talked to you the other day, had the idea about you guys trying to make some brackets that would bolt the inline fabrication from Dan Clausen's lineup and be able to do that. And guys, just for context, if you own that X10 press, which I know some of you in the comments do, that press dressed out to 90 some pounds. So just think, that big heavy press one of those standard panels would hold that, just
Yep.
for context.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's a solid steel panel. It's powder coated. We designed it to hold a lot of weight. So, but one of the things you mentioned, Randall, was that we could come out with some accessories and stuff. So we're always looking at ways to improve. We got a bunch of suggestions in the past couple of years at SHOT Show, and we actually took those suggestions and made them into real products, and we launched a couple of those at SHOT Show this year. But
We
one of the
seen them while we were there, and they were awesome.
Right. So one of the really cool things about the secure wall system is that we allow you to use any 1/4-inch peg product that's out there on the market. So you can see in this picture, we basically went to Home Depot or Lowe's or any home store, and any of those normal like peg attachments for drills or tools or screwdriver holders, plier holders, any of that stuff will work on the secure wall system. So we don't force you into like using our proprietary products.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's refreshing. You guys just didn't get greedy, come out with this and make proprietary stuff, or you had to buy yours. That
Right.
says a lot about the integrity of the company.
Right, and that's part of the whole vision for this product is to allow it to be a great value. Some of our competitors, they charge 2 to 3 times what we charge for
Oh yeah.
very similar products. So the other thing too is that I'd say 90% of the current products that are secure wall products right now are all made in Vietnam. So that allowed us to provide a great value to our customers, but we also know that having products that aren't made in China is important to our customer base as well. And so it's kind of gives you the best of both worlds, right? Like you're getting a really great value. You're not overpaying for stuff, but you're also not supporting a communist country. So, we know that that's important for our customers as well. So
Now that's the heavy duty wall that's 70.
yes, correct. Yep.
The regular wall
It's 55.
55.
Yep.
You see that, Chris? There. Yeah.
Yep. So
And if you came in late, Chris, that wall. Oh, you shut down here. The regular wall is 100 pounds.
yeah.
And the other one holds up to 200 pounds per
Right.
panel.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Yep. So, but then we can kind of go through some of the other products as well. So,
Now I got a question.
yeah, go ahead.
Of the panels, I'm sure they're designed to be able to hit studs, but what if you have an oddball room or walls that you can't positively hit studs with everything? How much?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Yeah,
your attachments.
right. So we thought of that. So what's nice about the secure wall system is you can just place it anywhere you want on the wall, and then you can screw in at any point along the top or the bottom. So every inch or so has a spot where our hardware will pass through it. So, and every panel comes with 6 screws and a bit. So, you buy 6 panels, you'll end up with a bunch of extra screws and a bunch of extra bits, but it's just easier for us to do it that way. And, you'll lose one or, whatever. So it just makes sense. So,
Those two.
yeah, so Jeff had asked how thick are the panels. So the heavy duty ones are 11 gauge and the standard duty are 13. So
Okay.
I don't know what that is in thousands, but
I'm going to be hitting you up for some panels soon because, we bought this house. The previous owner that built the house was a gun collector. So he built the vault that we have in the basement with the vault door. And, of course, he did this in the 80s. And the 80s is called Wants Their Gun Vault Back, and I want to update it. So.
yeah. Yep. So, so let's keep going through the products here. So all these ones that say coming soon, these are all ones we launched at SHOT Show. I'm probably most excited about this one. So this is the AR-15 kit. basically what it allows you to do is to hang one AR with 3 magazines on a wall for $50. So, which is like unheard of in this industry. So we know not everybody has room to build, an entire vault room, but everybody, has a spot they can fit a 4-inch by 24-inch panel and put an AR on it. So, and it fits them. It does both orientations, so it can look like this, or it can go horizontal too. So
you depending on how much room you have.
Yep.
Behind the door or something, it fit real thin.
Right. Yep. So that's coming out this summer. So that's one that we launched at SHOT Show.
Narrow panel. What's the weight limit on that narrow panel?
It's still 100 pounds. We only offered the narrow panel in the standard duty thickness. So
yeah, if you're trying to put 200 pounds on that little thing,
right.
Yeah, you'll buy something else. We don't want you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So,
200-pound gun, I probably don't want to arm wrestle.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So we also have an AR-10 hanger. The kit is just for AR-15s, but we do have an AR-10 hanger if you want to create your own kit. And then this is actually a product that was suggested to us last year by some of our retail, like gun dealers and that type of stuff. So this allows you to lock a firearm to the panel. And so basically that little stud, it screws in kind of like an M-lock attachment. So you pass it through the panel, rotate it 90 degrees, and then tighten it. And then once you put the cable lock through it, you can't access that screw anymore. So
what's that rated at for someone just trying to rip it off the wall?
So it's actually more than the panel's rated at. So it's at like 350 pounds, I think is what it ended up testing at. But what we found was that the panel would flex and then pull the screws out of the stud before that broke. So
like a heck of a man.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys know Box, right? He's a massive man.
What a heck of a man.
Yeah, I keep trying to get him to just stand on one for a video, but he won't. So, but yeah, so that'll be fun. That's a really great product. And then something that I wanted to show for your guys' audience is these bin hangers. So basically, the bin hanger, it just snaps into the secure wall, and then it comes with 2 bins, and then you can just set the bins on the wall. So if you want to have an entire panel that's just full of bins for organizing little parts or reloading components or dies or whatever, bullets, you could do that. And then they work with any size acro bin. So you don't have to use ours, but it does come with them. So
what size are those? You want to hold one up where we can see it?
Yeah. Yep. So
right on.
Yeah, so they're, I think they're 4x4 by 2.5 or so, something like that. So, but those are really handy for, organizing a reloading space or a workbench or something like that.
Just asking, do you have the hangers if you have a bunch of bins? Are you trying to say you have a bunch of bins, you just need the hangers?
Yes. Yeah, so this product comes with 2 hangers and 2 bins. So it comes with both. So like you can, do something like this, so you got.
So it sounds like he has a bunch of
let me look.
Of bins. Do you sell the hangers alone?
We don't, no.
Yeah.
Nope. Yep. So do you have, I see the question now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So the bins are cheap enough that you're basically getting them for free. It just adds a little bit of value in there. So it's not like you're
nice to have backup bins.
Right. Yep. So
you'll always find more shit to put in more bins.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure. Yep. So that's a really cool one, I think, especially for your guys' audience. So and then we've got AR-15 mag holders and pistol mag holders. So that was a product that was asked for last year at SHOT Show that we made happen for this year. So, and then, just kind of universal hooks, for garage storage. You can hang shovels or, any rakes or anything like that on those. We've had people hang plate carriers on them, so those hold up to 40 pounds. The barrel pegs are exactly what they seem like. So I've got a bunch of barrel pegs up there, so you can kind of see how it orients them.
What's the smallest caliber that the barrel pegs will work with?
380. So yeah, so we were going to do 22. What we found was that if we made the actual hanger that thin to fit in a 22 barrel, it would start to sag a little bit. So to keep that from happening, it's anywhere from 38 to really whatever.
Okay.
So
it's a different brand, but I have a rotisserie basically with the pegs on it for pistols, but they only go down to 9mm. I've had to sand a few of them down and to get them to work with 380. So
yeah, yep. So these will work with 380. Yep. So,
Chris has got a question.
Saying he's got unfinished wall, no drywall, will let it traps properly. So it sounds like he's got 2x4s, exposed 2x4s.
Yeah. I mean, you're just drywall just makes it look nice, right? So you're actually screwing into the stud, so that'd be fine. If you have a concrete wall, what we recommend is doing furring strips. So you can use Tapcon screws to Tapcon the furring strips along the top and the bottom of the panels, and then you can use our hardware to attach it to the furring strips. So we know a lot of bunkers, vault rooms, stuff like that are usually concrete walls, and so you can do that, and it still looks really nice. And we've had people trim them out, around the sides and stuff too. So you can make it look really nice if you want to. So,
I'll tell you what, you want to do a first giveaway?
That's what I was just going to say. I want to say,
yeah, let's do it.
A trivia question?
Yes, I was thinking the first person to comment how many years LockDown has been. How many years has LockDown been in business?
That's a tough one. Somebody just have to be paying attention.
That was in the very beginning of the podcast.
Very beginning. If you were here from the beginning, comment how many years LockDown has been in business. He said it at the beginning. We're not going to give you forever to scroll back through. He says too many years.
Yeah.
Jeff.
No such thing.
Yep.
No.
Nope.
Nice guess. No. 2 years. Brian's been their brand manager for 2 years.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But there was another number in there. How many years LockDown's been?
Close.
just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You're getting warmer.
All right, Jeff.
13.
There you go.
There he goes. Strategy.
We'll give you credit on that one, Jeff. We got other giveaways. What did he win, Brian?
Yeah. So was Jeff the one asking about the secure wall?
Yeah.
Chris. Let's go back up a look.
So give him one of the narrow panels?
Yeah, I was thinking we could give him one of the narrow panels with some handgun hangers on it. So basically this is the narrow panel, and you can see on the photo you can really hold 4 full-size handguns on a narrow panel. This is just one of those things where, we know it, not everybody has the space to build a vault room, but pretty much anybody can find a space to put a 4x24-inch panel up. So,
and you could fit a lot more in there if you use the barrel pegs.
Yeah, you could actually. Yeah.
The question is, how does Jeff give you his information? Do you want to post your email?
Yep, sure, that's fine. Yep.
Yeah, if you want to just type in your email, then
let's see.
Wow, Jeff's got a lot of guns. He said he needs about 30 of those. So, the other ones will have to be purchased, Jeff.
Yeah.
We're like the crack dealer. We give you one for free, get you hooked.
There you
and
go.
Then we sell them to you after.
Or the beef jerky guy that makes the homemade beef jerky.
Right.
I took it to the extreme limit I could.
So I don't think it's going to let me type anything in. I can search and filter, but
it's just B Steere.
Yep.
At AOB.com.
Yep.
Is
Yep.
it? Is
There
that
you go.
correct?
That's it.
Yep. So Jeff, if you'll just email him your information.
Yep.
And just put in your email that you were the winner of the narrow panel with the 3 handgun racks, and that way he knows what to send you.
Yep. Congrats.
Very cool.
All right.
We got other giveaways, guys, so you'll all have another chance.
Yep. We got some more stuff here. Yep.
So, guys, what other questions do you have for Brian?
Seems like we've had some people being booted, so I don't know how many people are.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with YouTube on that.
Yeah.
Of course, you never know with their anti-gun, but who knows?
Every time we say gun, they call them pew pews. All right, we got a question here.
Yep. Yeah, all the SHOT Show stuff is coming this summer, so.
Yeah, like I say, the SHOT Show stuff was great. Jim and I were privileged enough to be there in person and see all the different AOB entities that was there, and including with Brian.
Yep.
And I believe, I know I do, and Jim, I believe you have a video of him and his products on your YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
You can check out all of them that he talked about at SHOT Show.
Yep.
Brian, did you? Oh, let me put that back and move this over. Did you go over to the builder?
I haven't yet. Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they got a pretty cool thing on their site. If you're interested in that wall and you know your measurements, you can go in and design it and see, kind of
visualize it in your room.
Yeah, you can put the different hangers on it wherever you want.
Yeah, so to get to the secure wall builder, you can just go to our homepage, lockdown.com, and then the first thing that you see is this secure wall builder. So you can just click on it, and it takes you right here. It'll show you a little tutorial. Since I've been here about 100,000 times, it doesn't pop up anymore. But so basically what you do is you just go in here and you just put in your dimensions. So let's just say we have a 12-foot wide wall that's 8 feet tall and hit apply. And then once we do that, we can just start filling it with panels. So we'll do the heavy duty panels here. So you just kind of click it and then it'll fill it in. It's like, oh, we got this little space over here. We can fill it in with half panels.
Show Jeff what his narrow panel is going to look like with these pistol racks on it.
Yeah, yep, we can do that too. Yep. So
because this is a really easy system to use on their website. I mean, myself and Jim was able to do it first try, so anybody can do
it. Yeah. So let's zoom in a little bit here so I can see what we're doing. So, and then, you can fill it up with, we've got all these different guns. We don't have everything, but, there's a generic size for most of the different guns. So full size compact 1911s and, small revolvers and large revolvers and small semi-autos and large semi-autos. So, and then we've got, different long guns and stuff too. So
very cool.
Yeah, but then, that allows you to actually lay out your wall. It's like, okay, I got, 27 ARs. I need to fit all those on there. I've got, a couple shotguns here and there, maybe a over-under, and then bolt action, PRS style gun. Maybe everybody needs a couple shockwaves in their life,
or a couple side with drums. Yeah.
Right,
I might
right, yeah.
know a guy that has one or two.
And then you put all the pistols, and then as you're adding stuff here, what's really cool is that you can just go to buy now, and every time we've been adding something, it's actually added it to our cart. So then I can just hit add to cart here. So, this is for a 12-foot wide wall, basically filling it from the ground up. And then we've got 10 handgun hangers. Those are only $10 a piece. All the handgun hangers are $5 a piece. So, it's really reasonable.
Very reasonable. Like you said, compared to your competition.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why I've never, in the 5.5 years I've been here, I haven't went through that gun vault. Is just strictly the cost. It's it's nice to have your gun vault organized and everything, but my gosh, you don't need to refinance your house and take a second mortgage,
Right.
to want to do it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
more than reasonable.
Yep. So, yeah. So that's kind of the secure all builder. So you can play around with it. One of the cool things, we have secure walls at some Shields locations. And we're starting to get into some other retailers now as well. So if you would rather go to your local store and pick it up, you can do that too. If you just hit print layout, it will give you a little printout of what it all looks like so you don't forget, and then how many of each item. So you can go into a retail store and say, okay, I need 12 of these and 3 of these and 10 of these, and then you can load it all up in the back of your truck and take it home and set it up that same day instead of waiting for it to ship.
And it's possibly going to be a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, I didn't look on your website, Brian. Do you have a vendor list on your website that they can get to?
Not currently, yeah. So we're working on kind of a dealer locator. We actually just built one for Crimson Trace, and so we're working on one for LockDown as well.
Awesome.
So, yep. So yeah.
So the shelving, I know you have shelving.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the shelves are rated for whatever the panels hold, correct?
Well, so the shelves are a little bit smaller, so I believe they're rated for 40 pounds. So it's a 9-inch by 9-inch shelf, basically. So it's rated at 40 pounds.
Okay.
So, yeah, and you could fit 3 shelves across on one panel, so you can kind of see like that's what the shelf looks like on a panel.
Right on.
Okay.
So,
So they'll hold some, like you show there. You can show some of your gun accessories, cleaners. And of course, I'm sure you could, it'd still hold quite a bit of ammo in boxes.
Yeah. Yep.
But not going to hold an ammo can that's loaded. So.
Yeah, it depends on how much it weighs. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll hold 8 pounds of gunpowder.
308, probably a little heavy for it. Just ask.
Yeah. So you can see, we've got some shelves here, and the baskets are really handy too. So, yeah.
That's where you put all your deplorables.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Yep. All the standard capacity deplorables go in there. So, and then, the baskets I think they're rated for 20 pounds. So just because it's kind of a wire mesh. So I probably wouldn't put ammo in the basket, but it's great for, cleaning supplies and, just kind of cleaning up the workbench. So.
Like Jeff just asked, I would imagine you could use the baskets or the shelves to put your powder on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be good to put these panels, on the back wall or backsplash of your loading benches.
Yeah.
To be able to do the very same thing.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
So versatile, man. It's whatever. It's just like upgraded pegboard. Whatever you can imagine. Work it out.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, and if we don't carry a product, you're like, oh well, I'd rather have a 12-foot or a 12-inch shelf or an 18-inch shelf or something like that. It's like if you just go on Amazon or you go on go to Home Depot and just look for peg accessories, you can find 1,000 different products that that we don't sell that you can use. The downside to the pegged products is it's just like pegboard, right? Like it moves around a little bit and it doesn't lock in. So what's cool about the screw wall accessories is they all lock into the panel. So you basically set it in there and then press down on it, and then it locks into the panel and doesn't move.
I can attest to how tight that they lock in, because Jim and I stayed and helped you guys tear down. Yeah.
Yep.
They hold in extremely tight.
They do, yeah. And when you have one of Jim's 2011s on there, right? You don't want it to be loose every time you take it off, right? So,
right.
Yeah. So every time I think of a new product that we're working on, I'm always like, would I put my 2011 on it? And that's kind of my question, right? It's like, do I trust my favorite gun to go on this thing? It's like, yes, okay, all right, we can make it then.
Yeah.
So
I'm 5'11", I'm 230 pounds. I'm a pretty strong guy, and I struggled on some of those brackets. They lock in really well.
Yep.
But not to the point you're going to tear them up getting them off either.
Right, yeah. But it takes a little bit of effort, but they're toolless, so you don't have to have a screwdriver every time you want to move one around.
Right.
You just pop them on and pop them off and kind of reorganize them because, every time you buy a new gun, you're probably going to want to move stuff around a little bit, or maybe you just get bored with the layout and you want to switch things up. So I think I've changed this wall behind me, I don't know, 20 times or something, and so it's nice to kind of move around. But like you see, like the knives that are hanging up back there, so that's just a tool holder, that I found and used our universal adapter to screw it in there. So that's an example of a product that we don't carry, that you can make stuff work pretty well with it. So
sure.
Yeah. But yeah.
Cool.
Well,
you guys want to do another giveaway?
Yeah.
I'll let you guys come up with
that was my question I was about to ask.
Yeah. So what I was thinking was we could do a giveaway for our kind of humidity kit. So it's 18-inch goldenrod. So these are made in the USA. It basically warms up the air in your safe, and that allows it to hold and to kind of regulate that temperature. What happens in a safe is, the temperature goes up and it goes down and it goes up and it goes down, and that's what draws humidity in. So when you keep that air warm and you keep it consistent, it really does help prevent rust. So, this is a really great product. A lot of people use them in boats as well, so it doesn't have to go in a safe. RVs, boats, stuff like that, people will use them into. So,
my vault is about approximately, I have to measure, but it's approximately 5 feet wide, maybe 5.5 feet wide, and I think it goes back about 12 feet. And I just have one of the goldenrods in there, and I'm always right in the dead center, of ideal on the hygrometer,
right,
in there. And
and
it's built into a basement too.
Right, so, right. And that's going to depend on
against the bank of the basement.
Right.
It does a wonderful job.
Right. And that's going to kind of depend on too, like where you live. If you're in Maine, or you're in Arizona or you're in Florida, your humidity control needs are going to be a little different.
In between,
dry
and extreme wet. So.
Yeah. So, and we have other products that are more efficient for kind of larger spaces too. So, like the automatic dehumidifier, you just basically set it to the humidity that you want, and it actually will pull water out of the air and put it into this little container, and then you can just empty out the container every once in a while. And so we recommend those for like really high humidity areas.
Okay.
So, But the other part of this giveaway is going to be a digital hygrometer similar to this one. So I don't know if we'll do this one that has the remote or if we'll just do the regular one. But this allows you to track the humidity in your vault. And then when you pair that with the goldenrod, it's a really great combo. So just kind of keep control of your humidity and you're safe. So.
All right,
Awesome.
guys, do me a favor. Before we do the giveaway, each of you that's still here and listening, just type "I'm here" in the comments real quick for us.
I know Jeff and Chris have been real active. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we had another. Let's see.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate you.
Thank you, DMZ. You still with us, buddy?
Yeah, we had a Lincoln DMZ, and we had who else?
A lot of people will see this on, posted.
Right.
I was a little worried doing it during the week, but I understand that was the only time that you were able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Got young kids, it's important to spend that time when I'm home with them. So
That and you got your security system, there at the shop. Don't let you in on the weekends anymore. That doesn't help.
right. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty tight ship over here. So security guards don't like to be surprised. So
I think we lost the other one. So
okay.
All right. Yeah, Chris, I agree. We had a ton of people for Mighty Armory, but we did it on a weekend, so that was a lot of it.
And they'll pick up, like Randall said. We keep getting views on it.
Oh, we'll get a couple thousand views on the replay when people have time to sit down and watch it. So.
Right. Yep.
Great content. I'm just trying to be fair on the giveaway.
On the giveaway, right?
So they're going to rack up. Everybody else should have joined in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, make out like bandits.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. What are you thinking there, Randall?
Well, Brian, this is your giveaway, so I don't want to speak for you. We got 2 people in the group right now.
Yeah.
How do you want to handle that?
Well, let's just give it to the. Well, so actually, we have 2 of the standard panels, that we could do, and then we have 1 humidity control kit, and then we have the other one. So, unless we get somebody that joins a little bit later, we could just double up on these 2. So.
That was my question. If you wanted to just go ahead and do 2 goldenrods.
Well, I'd rather do 1 goldenrod and 1 hygrometer, and then do the magnet and the light giveaway.
Okay.
So, and then we'll get panels for both of them. So
cool. Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff and Chris, first one to tell me what the load capacity is on the heavy duty panel gets this prize. See who types the fastest.
Googling right now, yeah. Jeff is right. It's the heavy duty is 200. So.
Yeah, Chris, that was the 100 pounds. Unfortunately, was the standard panel, not the heavy duty. You had that part right, just on the wrong panel.
Remember, the heavy duty panel is the one that can carry your mom.
Of course, he had to say it right as I was drinking my water. I almost spewed the water all over the camera.
But wait a second.
Don't try putting your mom on the regular one. It won't be a good show.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna get you a prize too.
Yep.
So
yep, for sure.
We're not gonna go without.
Yep.
All right. So is that Jeff won that one?
Oh, we got somebody else that snuck in here.
Somebody else joined in. He must have joined in right at the golden moment for.
Right.
Never know what you're going to hear. You got to be here to the whole show.
That's right.
A BH welcome. All right. So Jeff, once again, man, just just throw that in your email, and I'm writing it down as well that you want it. So we'll make sure you're covered.
Yep. And then we'll get Chris set up with a narrow panel and some handgun hangers too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, Chris, you're going to get that just consolation right off the bat. So,
Yep.
And Chris, do the same thing. Chris, do you need his email again, or can you scroll up and grab it? If not, we can post it again.
Got it. Stick around, B&H. There's more stuff we're going to give away, maybe. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep. All right. So we talked about the secure wall quite a bit. I think we can kind of talk about some of the other lockdown products that have been around for a while and that are really popular for people to organize their safe, keep humidity in check, and so we'll kind of move over to those products right now. So
your storage. Gonna see you've got a small storage safe with a manual 3-digit lock on it.
Oh yeah, so the handgun hanger, or the handgun vault.
The little vault.
Yep. So these are awesome. These are all DOJ certified, so they're TSA compliant and DOJ certified. So in order to get that certification, we have to do a lot of tests to there's like an access test and a durability test and all these different things in order to get that DOJ certification. So we're one of the few handgun vaults that actually meets that certification because it's pretty strict. But we know it's something that our people want to trust their firearm in that vault. So we've got a couple different sizes. There's a large one that holds a full size handgun, and then a compact that holds obviously a compact handgun, and then we have the key version and the combo version.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Silly question: those you can bolt those down from the inside?
And so let's see if I can pull a picture up here. Large handgun.
That was going to be one of my questions. That and let me see. Let me look back on the site. Do they come with a cable?
Yeah, so I can't remember off the top of my head. One of the two large vaults comes with a cable. So,
yeah. Those are nice because you can actually lock it around the seat frame in your vehicle.
Right. Yeah.
Among other places, but
yeah. Yep. So, and then we talked about the in plain sight shelves a little bit. We have two different versions. One's white and one's walnut. So the white one is probably a more popular one, but you can see it kind of fits two handguns in there. And then when it's closed, it just looks like a normal shelf. So then you can fit jewelry and stuff in there as well. So this peg system is actually patented. Some of our competitors, they have foam that sits in there. And so, you set it for one gun that you can put in there and you cut it all out. And it looks nice. And then when you want to change it, it's like, okay, well now, so you either have to rip it out of there or buy some new foam and recut it all. So what these pegs allow you to do is basically give you infinite adjustability, and you can put different handguns in there and swap it out. So these are really nice. They're really popular. So
yeah, I'm gonna find a place. I'm gonna be putting that one up here somewhere.
Yeah,
got to get the okay from the wife.
yeah, for sure. And then depending on what part of the country you live in. Sometimes you're required to have a trigger lock, and so we sell trigger locks as well. Our cable lock actually comes in every Smith & Wesson firearm. So if you've bought a Smith & Wesson firearm in the past few years, it probably came with a LockDown cable lock. And then let's see, what else we want to talk about?
Chris was saying he's got the area he wants is 56 by 32 for the wall.
56 by 32.
56 feet by 32 feet. No, I'm joking. It's
I was gonna say that's a big room. Yeah. So let's see, 56 by 32. So what we can do is go here. We'll just refresh what we had before. So I'll just what I do? Here we go. I'll just zero these out here. So
yeah, me too, Chris. Never enough room.
So this looks probably about as much as you'd be able to fill it up. Now you could kind of, reorganize these and maybe put one of the narrow panels over there on the other side or something. But that would give you enough room to hang some ARs on. Probably fit two. You may be able to get 3 in there if you have some room, above and below it, or you could move these down a few inches.
They should have made them to where you could flip them.
Yeah, I know. I asked for that, and I guess it was more complicated than when you don't know how something works, and you're just like, "Come on, man, that should be easy." And then the people actually have to do it.
Turn it.
Not easy.
On paper,
Right.
that from a manufacturing standpoint.
Right. Yeah. So, everybody loves 1911, so, we can put those over here.
Roman, I see you joined in. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you in here.
Yeah. So, looks like a little, decent little setup here. So, 180 bucks, and you could add a few more handgun hangers or, anything in there, and you'd probably be under 200 bucks.
Now they don't.
Space.
It's also another thing they could do is have it set up to where you had the vertical. You can show vertical AR, like he was saying. You could do the AR vertical, like you showed.
Yep.
Also.
Yep, you sure could. Yeah.
A lot of them on there that way.
Right. Yeah, so you can fit 9 of them on. You can fit 9 long guns on one panel if you use that vertical gun rack.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
my vault will probably be mostly vertical, so that was a good question and answer for me too.
Yeah. So this is our vertical gun rack. This is our most popular product, so it's out of stock right now. But you can kind of see here how it looks.
Here we go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I put them in the other direction, I'll run out of room.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So
my
and then
may have a lot of firearms, so he'll need to put them vertical.
Yeah, and then what's nice about these is, it can work with shockwaves, that are super short, or it can work with some really long hunting shotguns because the two pieces are independent of each other. So you can move it out of the way for scopes, or make them really short or make them really tall, and that really helps a lot.
AR pistols, work great for an AR pistol, I would think.
Yep, for sure. Yeah. So
awesome, and I love my shotguns, and I've got about every iteration of them from home defense to whatever, and a lot of links in shotguns.
Right. Yep, exactly. So, and then that's another reason why we came out with that AR-15 hanger, was because the vertical gun rack was so popular, and that AR-15 hanger allows you to kind of slide the mag well over it. and you can get them in just as tight as you can with the vertical gun rack. If you've got a bunch of AR-15s or AR-10s, you can put those on there. So
I don't think I'm looking under your new products on your website.
yeah.
I don't think we talked about the shelf handgun rack, did we?
No, actually, we didn't. Yeah. So this is a product that kind of helps organize your vault and take up kind of some unused space a lot of times. So
Right.
if you've got a shelf and then you've got either another shelf underneath it, or you've got some long guns, kind of like in this picture, a lot of times there's some extra room there. And so you basically just slide these over, and then it's basically just like a barrel peg. So you can you slide your barrel over this end here, and
I was also
works really
thinking if
well.
I go to the range, and I brought 3, 4, or 5 handguns, and I need to come home and have a cleaning time.
Yep.
You can throw them depending on how thick your bench is.
Yeah. So actually, we have some really great products for that too. Like something like this works really well for that. We have a four handgun version too. So those work really well for that type of stuff. And then they also help kind of organize your vault as well.
Yeah.
So
you don't have a lot of bench space to work on. The shelf ones would be nice because it would put it under.
right.
Out of
Right.
the way. So you have some good selections.
Yep.
That could be nice too, like you're saying, if you're working on your desk, you got a few guns, and you've got a little bench in front of you to have that hanging there. You just put the gun up out of your way, work on this one, put it up, pull out the next one.
Yeah. No, that's a great idea. Yep. So these are just kind of some of the other vault organization products that we have. So there's this barrel down one as well. All of these you can hang on your door to help kind of use some of that space up that isn't utilized very well on the back of the door. So I think the rest of this is just secure wall stuff.
The whole back side of the vault door, it's just all handguns, and that's exactly what I'm using.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Exactly.
great.
Right. And then this is one of our best-selling products too. This is one of our oldest products as well. So this is the gun concealment magnet, and this allows you to kind of mount firearms in a lot of different locations. So that can be really handy. So
And what's
Kind of like
the
we
weight
used to
on
see in
these
like the
magnets?
old monster movies. When they're sitting at their desk and somebody walks in, they reach underneath, they got their
right.
hand on the
Yeah,
there for you.
underneath the blackjack table.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Except it'd have to be a sawed-off shotgun in order to do that.
Yeah.
So
So what's the weight on these magnets for your firearm?
yeah. So the gun concealment magnet is 23 pounds. So it's basically meant for handguns. And then the Magnum magnet
You can
is
rack your gun and
is
you can
75.
pull it
So
off.
yeah, we made the Magnum magnets basically two of them stuck together to hold long guns.
Okay.
It's kind of tough with ARs because it has to be magnetized. So like your handguard usually, especially nowadays, the style is to have that handguard come all the way out to the muzzle brake, and so you don't have a lot of real estate there to actually magnetize it
Right.
to. But for shotguns or bolt action rifles, stuff like that you have access to the actual barrel, it works really, really well for that. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, because my other question is, if you put one of those under your dash or whatever in your vehicle,
hmm
some people like to already have it racked, and
Yeah.
some people don't. That sounds to me like that's plenty enough to be able to hold a slide to be able to rack your pistol before
Right.
you yank it off the magnet too, which
Yep.
would be nice.
Yep. Yeah, you definitely could. So, so yeah, that's a really popular product that we have. So, and then we talked a little bit about the moisture control products. We have the goldenrod. We have some of the gun saver and like LockDown ones. which are a little bit cheaper. And then these silica gels are really good. Like I keep one of these in the ammo cans that I have, just keep moisture out of there.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so that comes in a 5-pack.
That's a real good idea for long-term storage if you're in a humidity,
Yep. So you can put them in the handgun vaults too.
Does it also work in the rechargeable dehumidifier by chance?
They do not, no. So once these are toast, you just buy some new ones. But they're like, a couple bucks a piece, so they're really cheap. So it's worth just buying new ones. This is the rechargeable one that you're talking about. And then...
so approximately what size area will the rechargeable one work well in?
It's a pretty small space. It's really designed for like a normal size vault. So like an actual safe, so like a 36 by 24, by 5 foot or so safe is what they're designed for. So, and then we have like these, like this automatic dehumidifier is the one that I was talking about. This is the larger version. And this one will work more for like a room. And so we usually say like a small bedroom, like a 10 by 10 bedroom, unless you have really insane humidity. This will work really well for that. So it basically fills up this little tank. It does have a spot on the back to run a hose out the back. So if you don't want to empty the tank all the time and you have a floor drain in there, you can run it to a floor drain, which is kind of nice.
I did see you had that silica container.
Yep.
It's just noticed that's what BH says he uses.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So really, any of these silica gels, work really well. Right. So this is the hygrometer that Randall has probably. So. Yep.
Got that along with the goldenrod.
Yeah. We've had those forever. So, and this is that digital hygrometer that I was talking about.
They're all quiet and does its job.
Right. The digital ones are nice because it says, okay, it's got minimum and maximums that you can reset. So it shows you, maybe during the night it gets lower, but in the day it's higher, and so you can track those changes, which is really nice. So,
well, there's quite a few of these products that's going to be in my near future because I'm about to apply for my FSL.
Yep.
And I'm moving into the new building. I'm going to be starting on that probably next week, actually, doing the remodel on it to move into it. And my understanding is with the some of the new rules in the FFL, I don't think they'll let you do it in your household anymore. So I'm going to have to build a vault area in my shop. So definitely will be needing moisture control in there.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Jeff, the digital hygrometer does not connect to an app.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, guys.
Well, we got one more giveaway.
Oh yeah.
I think B&H just won that.
I'd say so too.
Did we give away the gun magnet?
No, we haven't. So
we should have a gun magnet and 2 more of the handgun hanger kits.
Yep. Yeah.
BH, say hello. Type in a hello, BH.
Hopefully you're still with us.
Did he leave?
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
You just won.
How come the other guys didn't get the drum roll and the buzzer?
I forgot about it. I'm still learning this stuff. I just thought about, I got this stuff.
Right. No, he's special. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, wait, here's the one I should have used before. No, it does not have an app.
Yeah. Yes. There
I
you
just
go.
want to know where his drum roll was.
Right. Yeah. So
All
yeah,
right.
BH, just shoot me an email. You'll see it up in the chat. This is bsteer@aob.com. Just shoot me your email and let me know that you won the LED vault lights and the gun concealment magnet. And shoot me your address, and I'll get those sent out to you. So
Okay. All right. So we've got 2 more of the narrow panels with the 3 handgun hangers.
yeah, so basically, I was just gonna give one to everybody that's still in the chat. So that shouldn't be a problem at all.
Jeff, Chris,
So.
and BH.
Yep. So you guys will get a narrow panel, which is a 4-inch by 24-inch panel with the handgun hangers to go with it. And then if you guys want to use it for something else, like if you want to hang tools or something on it, like I said, you can use any of the peg accessories that you can buy pretty much anywhere. Or we've got universal hangers that work really well on there too. That you can get off the website. So it should be a nice little intro to the secure wall system for you guys. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yep.
It pays to come to our lives.
Yep, for sure. Yep. So thank you guys for joining us, and Jim and Randall, I appreciate you guys having me on. It's been fun. So
just got one more question. We still have one more. Looks like we gave away 3 of the narrow panels out of the 4 you mentioned.
Yep.
So Roman, you still with us?
That's my son.
Yeah. Well, that's all
I don't know if he was driving. He was going to come and hang out, but he was driving. I don't know if you there, Roman? I mean, he'll take it. Except for I've got his. This is his AR, and his. He left him over here. Like, I'm putting that up on the wall, man. That thing looks good with the suppressor and everything on it.
Right.
His competition gun here, but
yeah, and I've got my new AR on order. From Steve Swartz from the RifleSpecialist.com, and yep. So and that's going to be a heavy rascal. So that would be perfect. So okay. Well, man, it's been great. Just wonderful having you on, and lots of great products and information. And thank you for the guys that joined in. And so, and Brian, you're welcome back anytime you would like to come on, or anytime you want to throw your new products out there. We'll help you debut them, man.
Yep. Yeah. We could talk about Crimson Trace next time, which would be fun.
Yeah.
We could, like I said, I've been
better job on trying to drum people up.
Yeah, and then I've got, I've been reloading for 15 years now, I think. So probably not as long as you guys, but
you get about 13 years more than I do. I started this 1 year ago. That's why it's my reloading journey.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that.
And
that's
I'm
cool.
staying out of this age conversation.
Randall's been reloading since before I was born.
I was there when they invented gunpowder.
Jim once said I shook hands with Methuselah. So.
Right. Yeah. So I do reload some rifle. We do a prairie dog trip every year. And so I reload about 1,000 rounds of Hornady 50 grain VMAX for those. But most of the time, I mainly just shoot pistol competition, and so that's where a majority of my reloading comes from, which is mostly 9mm. So I used to reload a lot of 40, but so just mostly do 9 now. So we could talk about my reloading journey as well. So we all started somewhere. So I remember.
I don't care how long you've been doing it. We learn new things every day, man.
Yep.
I know I do. Anybody that says, I've been doing it for 60 years. Well, if you've been doing it 60 years and you're not open to learning new things,
Right.
maybe you ought to just quit.
Yeah, like when I realized you could wet tumble brass, and I didn't have to deal with all the dust and stuff that the dry tumbler made. Man, I've been doing it wrong for so long. Or when I first started, yeah, or when I first started reloading, and I had one of these bin hangers, and I organized all my brass by head stamp for pistol.
Yep.
Yeah, so that that was before I had kids. Then I started getting busier and busier. I was like, man, that doesn't make any sense at all. It was just, being an engineer and a designer, like you start to,
Technical sometimes.
yeah. It's like, wait a minute, this doesn't matter at all. So,
I started wet tumbling probably about 7.5 years ago, probably.
yeah, yep,
And, this is long before I was involved in any of this or had any relationships with any of you guys. And,
yeah,
I've still got my very same Frankfurt Arsenal wet tumbler, man. I've just never looked back.
Yep.
Just keeps working, and yeah.
Yeah, when I started and I started with the wet tumbler, and everybody was talking about the dry tumbler. I was like, okay, let me try it. Like, hell no.
no.
Hell no. Why would I go to that from?
Yeah. The only time the wet tumbler becomes a little cumbersome is when you use the steel pins. But for pistol, I never use the pins. I just use those little Tide Pod things that Frankfurt Arsenal sells.
Yep.
Toss one of those guys in there and let it rip for 45 minutes or so. And
Yeah.
I love
Use
that.
the pins and just, dump them out on a screen and, but maybe I'll try without it if I don't have to use them.
So, yeah, if you want to clean primer pockets, then the steel pins work really well.
Yeah, I usually don't deprime because I'm running on the X10 that's going to deprime and do everything anyway, so I don't even deprime them before I did. When I was single staging it, I did.
Yeah.
I would go ahead and deprime them all, size them, and then I'd wash them. But now I just that's time that doesn't need to be taken.
Right. Yeah. So if you're just cleaning pistol brass, you should try it without the pins, and it works really well.
I did try the Frankfurt Arsenal stuff because it came with it.
On the pins, and the final that I do, I run them back through the little rotisserie part of it, but I do it in water, and the hydraulic pressure shoves them right out of even 223. And the way I do it, honestly, I've never had a problem with ever finding a lone pin in any of them since I started doing it that way.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just added, what is that, like buckshot, or it'd be what was that they used to call like in the cannons where they just threw anything they could find inside the cannon?
Yeah.
Right.
You get your bullet hole with all these little holes around it.
Yeah. But yeah, Chris, I probably do about 1,000 at a time or so too. So yeah, the pins do get the brass a little cleaner, but to me personally, I don't think it's worth the trouble of getting all the pins and stuff out of there, because it's just so much easier to just rinse it, not have to worry about using the magnet or the separator or anything. So I still use the separator just to dry them, because I get all the big water spots off of it and then put it in the little jerky dehydrator, the brass dryer. But if you put them in there super wet, then they end up with water spots on them. So I usually just get them clean with the separator and get all the water off with the separator, and then put them in the brass dryer. And so
I'm with these guys on the Dawn and Lemmy Shine.
Oh yeah, I love that. Yep.
I love it.
That's the go-to.
Yep, for sure.
And I tried, because if you watch my videos, I made a mistake. And in Florida, the range we shot at was you were standing on concrete. So whenever I broom it all up, you get a little bit of concrete dust and stuff like that. And normally I'd clean it out while I was doing a video. So I missed a step, poured it in there, and all my brass came out looking dull and like pitted. It was weird. But that's my best video on my site. It's got like almost 30,000 views on it.
Yeah.
When cleaning your brass goes wrong. But then to bring those back, I tried Jeweler's Rogue. I tried Corn Cob. I tried, Lemmy Shine. And Lemmy Shine brought it back
Yeah.
than anything.
Yeah,
It's
but
not-
if
you
you
know,
use too much lemon shine, then they turn a dark rose color.
Yeah. I've had
It's
some
purple. Yeah.
pink brass.
Yep. That's happened for sure.
But there is a company out there, as far as the pins go, that do the steel chips. That's not as
Interesting.
prone to getting caught and everything. So that's always an option as well.
Yes, I've seen
Huh.
that.
Lots of
I've never
options.
seen the chips. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, this has been great.
Yeah.
You guys have any other questions, real quick? Chris, you got to go. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being here, Chris.
Chris and Jeff already emailed me, so good job, guys.
B&H, get that email out to them.
Yeah,
Yep.
make sure you get your email out.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Jared Hunter, he's the brand manager for Wheeler. He sent me a text and said that they removed it from YouTube as soon as Jim held up the gun.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, that's what he said. So, yeah.
It's not like they're hanging up on the wall.
I know, right? Yeah, as long as they're on the wall, it's okay.
I had it in my hand. I was unsafe. I didn't check it, Chris.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Well, that explains it.
Well, lesson learned. Jim
Yeah.
learns everything.
Jim.
Yep. Yep.
You,
So,
Jim?
yep. Next time we'll just have to keep the guns on the wall.
Monetization when you do that. We learned that early on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. All right. Well.
Learn how to be good boys for YouTube.
We will bow down to you.
Yep. Yep.
We'll have to start doing these on Rumble.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Yep.
that'll take us down too.
Well, guys, I
All
guess nobody else has got any more questions. We'll call it a night. We appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
Brian.
you.
This was a lot of
Really
fun.
appreciate you, Brian, for
Of course.
down products. We'll get you
Sure.
tips and trace.
Yep. Yep. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm
So.
about to try out a couple of your scopes. So there'll be some video out on that soon that we can
Nice.
talk about on the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good to me.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Everybody has a very blessed night, and we love all of you, and let's continue to build this community. So,
Amen.
Yep. All right. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Have a good one.
See ya.